Daytona Beach, Florida is home to Hankster's Hot Rods, Muscle Car, and Collector Car Showroom. Where we own all of our vehicles, we are not a consignment dealership. If you're watching today's presentation on YouTube, please be sure to check out our website, which is hanksters.com. It's where you can find all of our most current inventory. Our YouTube videos, they stay up at all times, whether the content was shot 4 years ago or 4 days ago. We leave our content on our channel for our subscribers to watch. And guess what? We use the same channel for PA and for Daytona. So there's a lot of content on there. So if you check out our website, it'll tell you if the car you're looking at right now is still available. HankstersGarage.com. Not only do we sell automotive parts and accessories, more importantly, we install them. If you're watching one of our video presentations and you decide I want a different wheel and tire package, I want an upgraded interior, maybe a digital dash, AC, power steering, power brakes, headers, custom exhaust, fuel injection, the list goes on and on. HankstersGarage.com, we can take care of all that or a portion of that before the vehicle leaves our facility and heads your direction if you allow us the time to do so. Chevrolet Nova. Today we have a 1971 small block. So let's get started. 350, has a good look to it under the hood. Chrome valve covers, 350 badge on the air cleaner. Does have a cowl tag up there on the driver's side firewall right above the master cylinder. You can break that down if you choose to, because there will be a still photo of that on our website. The car does not have power brakes. That's why you can see the cowl tag so, the visual of the cowl tag is so evident because there's no brake booster in the way. Does have power steering. You see power steering reservoir down there on the driver's side front of the block. There is also no AC on the car. If you're looking for air conditioning on a vehicle, look for an air compressor or AC compressor. Usually has like a red and a blue valve. This car does not have AC. Blue in color. The car has a good look to it. Tinted windows. It is a 4-speed bench seat car. So let's continue. There is a paint imperfection here in the center of the hood, just a minor. Looks like to me that there was some water under the paint when the car was painted, therefore it's got a little bubble there in the center. Your hood vents, trays are painted black on the hood. The rest of the paint in the hood and the top of the fenders looks to be in pretty good condition. Colors laid nice and uniform, clears laid nice and uniform, and that little bubble there in the center of the hood, not extremely visible, but is there. There's also a tiny scratch there in the hood on the driver's side in front of your hood scoop there. Chrome on the front bumper is in good shape. You have no rust around your bumper bolts, no pitting of the chrome. Grill's in pretty good condition. SS badge there in the center of the grill. Continuing around to the driver's side of the car, you have a 350 badge on the nose of the fender. The paint condition on the driver's side of the car, front fender, is in good shape. There is also another faint little scratch there that you can catch your fingernail on. Not huge, but is there. The paint on the fender itself, no blisters, bubbles, cracks, low on the fender or around the wheel opening molding. Radial tires on the car that appear to be newer. The lug nuts in good shape. SS center caps in nice condition. Your wheels themselves not pitted. Beauty rings look good. Radial tires on the car are newer. So you got good condition on the wheels and tires on this Nova. Now, we were told by the previous owner that the 350 was just out and rebuilt. Unfortunately, I don't have any documentation to support that. But know that like when we're underneath the car, you can see the side of the block, the oil pan bolts, everything looks fairly new on the vehicle. The top of the windshield there has that dark stripe across the top of it for sun glare purposes. So the front windshield is tinted, a portion of it. That's very common here in Florida because of the sun glare. You have that top stripe. I have one on my vehicle. It's not uncommon whatsoever. The dash pad in the car looks to be in good shape. Not sure how much you can see through the windshield with the dark tint, and then of course your glare there, but we'll show you that when we're on the test drive. Paint on the driver door, in good shape, both high and low. Once again, clear laid uniform, color laid uniform, no blistering, bubbling, cracking going on at the bottom of the door. Drip rail moldings on the car look to be in good shape. They're installed correctly. I don't see a couple little tiny dents up here, but overall the condition of the drip rail molding in pretty nice shape. Same thing with the condition of the paint on the top of the roof there. Also pretty nice condition. I don't see any blisters, bubbles, cracks, debris in the paint, things like that. Tinted windows on the quarter glass and on the driver door along with the vent window. Mirror mounted on the driver's side. I believe there's one on the passenger side too. It's hard to see through the tint if there is one, but I believe there is. Let's take a look in the car. We'll start with the door panels. Door panels are in nice condition. You can see at the bottom they're not warped. Armrest is not torn. Driver's side door panel in nice shape. Not discolored or torn or falling apart in any way. Let's take a look in the rear of the car. Vinyl, nice condition. Carpet, nice condition. Floor mats are in good shape. Headliner, I'm not sure how much you can see with the tinted windows. However, dome light illuminates when you open up the driver door, and then of course your headliner looks to be all in one piece, not ripped or torn. The sun visors in the car look to be new. Bench seat in the vehicle, not torn, ripped, faded. Front seat belts, 4-speed in the floor. Upgraded dash. Clock's ticking. Carpeting underneath the floor mat on the driver's side in nice shape. It does have an aftermarket steering wheel on it. Hearse shifter in the floor. Car's got a pretty, well, if you're looking for a muscle car, this is the, definitely got the muscle car look with the wheels, the 4-speed, the tinted windows. I mean, a lot going for the 71 Nova that we have here. So the paint condition on the drop down to the rear quarter, nice. Paint on the rear quarter itself in nice condition. No issues going on there. No blisters, bubbles, cracks on the rear quarter. Wheel opening molding low on the rear quarter. Rear window glass, there is some faint scratching here. That's typical on rear window glass of, Chevelles, Novas, Camaros. It is tinted just like the rest of the car is. The rear window fits really nicely. The chrome's installed properly. The paint on the deck lid's real nice on the car. No paint issues to speak of there. I would venture to guess that the front and rear bumpers are relatively new. There are a couple really faint pits there on the top of the bumper. I'm not sure what you can see in the camera. However, there are a few up there. They're not bad whatsoever. There's no peeling of the chrome. There's no rust around the bumper bolts, anything like that going on. Let's take a look in the trunk. It's pretty simple on this Nova. There's no jack, there's no spare. There's no mat to really pull back. There's no rust, rot holes in the trunk. There is an area there where your jack and your spare would go if there were one with the vehicle. There is not one with this particular car. We did not take it out of there. We did not buy it with one. Therefore, we do not have one. I'm not in the market to hoard spares and jacks on cars. So if we buy one with the car, you get it. Some do, some don't. How about the passenger side? By the way, the body lines on this car are super nice. The door fitment to the rear quarter to the front fender, both on the driver and the passenger side, really nice. There's no waves down the side of the car. We'll get a shot low on the rear quarter, both in front of and behind the rear wheel tire area. There's no issues there going on this Nova. Take a look at the still photos on the website. You'll be able to see all of the lug nuts on the car. Look to be relatively newer. The beauty rings on the car are in good shape. The wheels themselves, the tire condition, Everything wheel and tire wise on the Nova, as I already made the statement a little bit earlier, looks to be in good condition on the car. Door panel, passenger side, once again, no issues. No protruding from the bottom of the door, no tears in the armrest, no rips, tears, discoloration. Bench seat, you get a alternate perspective here from the passenger side as you did on the driver's side. You can see the padding on the bench seat is good throughout the entire bench. And then your material, your vinyl, no rips or tears in it. Headrests are in good shape. Seat backs are in good shape. Hearse shifter in the floor, as I mentioned earlier. We'll get out in the sunshine and we'll take a good look at the interior for you guys so you can get a really close view. There is a mirror on the passenger side door and it does look to be new. The door fitment on the passenger side, again, body line's real good. Door fitment, gap, fantastic. Drip rail moldings look to be in nice condition where they were installed to the roof and to the A-pillar. Front fender, we'll get a shot low on the passenger side just as we did on the driver. There's no paint issues going on. There's a 350 badge on the nose of the passenger side fender like there was on the driver. I don't see any blisters, bubbles, cracks whatsoever in the paint on the passenger side front fender. Around your wheel opening molding here, nothing going on there. 1971 Chevrolet Nova. Small block. Going to put it in the air and check out the undercarriage, and we're going to take it on a test drive to show you how the car runs out. We're in the business of selling 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. They are not perfect. They have flaws, like the paint flaw that I showed you in the center of the hood of this Nova. They have weaknesses, characteristics of an older vehicle. They are not the one you're going to get at the new Chevrolet store. So I do encourage you guys to come in person and check out these classic cars. We have a beautiful facility here in Daytona. We have 60 to 70 cars that we own. We will gladly pull this Nova or any other piece of inventory that we have outside for you. You can take a look at the paint condition real well out in a natural light. We'll put it in the air for you like we're going to do here in just a couple minutes. We'll let you look at the undercarriage, bottom of the motor, transmission, suspension components, tire condition, floor pan condition. We'll let you drive it. You can see how the car performs, how it accelerates, how it stops, how it steers. This way, when the vehicle shows up wherever you might be located at, there are no surprises because you were here and you went over the car for yourself. We're all busy. We're all accustomed to like shopping online these days, you know, with Amazon and eBay and Walmart and all these delivery, Instacart, you know, all that stuff. So I get it. I'm an online shopper myself. I don't really ever go to stores or go in person. I buy everything online and have it shipped in because I work a lot. But if you're a more specific or particular buyer or you've never bought a classic car in the past, visit us, check out our facility, meet our sales staff. We know these cars. We can tell you what type of oil to use. We can tell you what type of gas to use. We can tell you how to store the vehicle if you're up north and you need to store it 4, 5, 6, 7 months a year, 8 months a year, haha. I mean, down here we can drive me around, you know, battery tenders, unhooking the battery, things like that. We'll explain to you some of the responsibilities and expectations of owning a classic car. And we can conduct business transaction, shake hands, maybe make a couple-day trip here in Daytona Beach. There's a lot of cool stuff to do, restaurants on the water to eat at, the beach, the speedway, lots of cool shopping. There's Tanger outlets, a lot of cool stuff to do. And we'll ship you a 71 Nova to your residence, place of business, or you can trailer it back with you, or drive it if you'd like to. Let's put our 71 Nova up in the air. We'll check out the undercarriage portion of the car, and then we'll go out and do a short little test drive, show you how the vehicle runs out. Underneath our 71 Chevy Nova, we have disc brakes up front. 350 looks good here. Fresh build. On the driver's side, there are no leaks. Freeze plugs look good up there. Hopefully you can see up there. Passenger side, you got a little more difficulty because the starter's in the way. But the oil pan's nice and dry. Side of the block's nice and dry. At this time, How about the headers? Headers look good. I don't see any pinholes, rust holes, rot holes, punctures, anything like that. Frame rails on the car are outstanding. Both driver and passenger side look good. Floor pans in the car are brand new. So the car's got brand new pans. They are all one piece, driver's side and passenger side. How about our dual exhaust system? It looks good coming off the headers. They're clamped, welded nicely. Pipes look good. No, again, no holes, rust, rot, pin. Dynamax mufflers here in the rear. Also drum brakes in the rear. Our radials look good. So when you're looking at tire condition, you want to be aware of two things. Of course, your tread depth. So there are the wear bars way down inside that tread. Tells you the car's got plenty of life left on the tread. And then the condition of the rubber, which is usually either firm or dry rotted in between the treads. This one is not dry rotted, which means the tires are in great shape and they're newer. 10-bolt rear. Does have some traction bars here in the rear end, both driver and passenger side. Gas tank appears to be in pretty decent condition. Exhaust continues up over the rear end here. Exhausts out the inside of the quarter, both on the driver and passenger side. Looks like it's in good shape coming off the mufflers as well. Your area there where the trunk pan is going to meet your rear end compartment, floor pan area looks good. The frame rails will continue to show you on both the driver and the passenger side where the leaf springs are mounted to and where the bumper is mounted eventually out the back. They look good. 1971 Chevrolet Nova. We're going to set it down on the ground. It's a small block car, 10-bolt rear, brand new floor pans, newer tires, fresh built motor. We're going to set it down on the ground and show you how it runs out. Before we do that, let's discuss our payment options. If you are a cash buyer, cashier's check from your bank, bank wire transfer, and of course if you're coming to visit us in person, you prefer to bring us cash in a bag, an envelope, a sack, suitcase, whatever, we'll take that too. From time to time, people do still do that. Financing. The collector car lenders we work with will do 5 to 15-year loans on these cars, 10% down to the purchase price. So if you're talking about a $40,000 car, you're talking about $4 grand down out of pocket. Now, you can put down more if you'd like to, but they're going to require a minimum of 10% no matter what your credit score. If it's $9,000, they're still going to require that you put 10% down. Loans are simple interest loans from the collector car lenders, which means if your payment's $500 a month and you pay $7, the additional $200 a month goes towards principal, so that makes it nice. There's no prepayment penalty on the loan either, so if you get a 7-year approval on this 71 Chevelle and you decide you want to pay it off in 12 months, there's no penalty for doing so. Once the vehicle is funded, there's a process. It's inspection, detail, and then dispatch for pickup. The inspection, they're old cars. Anything can stop working, start leaking at any time. Some cars we have had on our website for 5 days. Some cars we've had on our website for 2 months. So we put it through one last final inspection prior to it leaving our facility and heading your direction to make sure it has the green light before making its journey your direction. We check the tire pressure, lug nut torque, all your fluid levels, your wipers, your horn, your turn signals, your reverse lights. On old cars, anything can happen. So we put it through one last final shakedown prior to it leaving and heading your way. Once it's through inspection, the car goes through detail. Once it's through detail, a carrier is dispatched if we are the ones handling the shipping. Now, typically we can have a driver here within 48 hours. However, if you're on a more difficult destination or you're all the way on the West Coast or it's an export vehicle, you know, it might take 3, 4, 5 business days to make it happen. But bear with us, be patient. We do this a few times a month. We do this a couple times a year. We've got our whole process streamlined. It is funding, inspection, detail, dispatch, gone. And then if you're the one handling the shipping, of course, whether you're sending your own carrier, whether you're coming with your own trailer, or whether you're coming to drive the vehicle home, we'll let you know when the car is ready and you can come get it or send your carrier for it. Let's set our 71 Nova down on the ground. It's a beautiful sunshiny day here in Florida like it typically is. We will take it on a test drive and show you how the vehicle runs out. Inside our 71 Nova, where do we want to start? Start with the wipers. Wipers work. The horn does not work. We're aware of it. We need to order a horn relay. Well, we ordered a horn relay, so it's on the way. So I wasn't going to hold a test drive up for a horn. The battery voltage, functioning. Temperature. While we're there, we will do turn signal indicator driver's side. Turn signal indicator passenger side. Little green flash in there. 1533 is the miles that we have been told is since the powertrain rebuild. I don't have anything to support that, unfortunately, so call it what you will, but the thing runs friggin' nice. Sitting here idling, no issues whatsoever. Tack works. Fuel gauge works. Oil pressure works. That's always a good thing. Radio delete. No radio in the car. Dash pad's in pretty good shape. Does have a little crack right there, tiny crack. I told you in the showroom the headliner looks to be brand new in the car. Sun visors look to be new. Rear view mirrors brand new. We're idling real nice in the car. I think that's about all we have to show you for the moment. Let's take it on a drive and see how it runs. Inside our 1971 Chevy Nova, the speedo's functioning, accurate. Water temp's 180, which is about, we should be operating between 190 and 195. We're sitting about 95 degrees here in Daytona today. Fuel gauge functioning, oil pressure functioning, tack functioning. Car has a nice smooth ride to it. Steering's pretty tight. Wheel is fairly responsive. Let go of the wheel, the car tracks nice and straight. No front end hop, no shimmies, no engine vibration, tranny vibration, no front end vibration due to like a improper alignment, anything like that going on. We will come up to a red traffic light here. Car stops just like it should. No pulling left, no pulling right, no brake pulsation vibration. Works good. We'll run through a couple gears here. We're 60 miles an hour, catching up to traffic a little bit here. So I'm going to kick it off there. Got it to fourth gear. Goes through the gears nice and easy. It's again 50 miles an hour, no hands on the wheel. Shifter, nice and steady. Steering wheel, not shaking around. A lot of traffic. We normally do our test drives in the morning. We got caught up in the afternoon here. Due to some customers in the showroom, which was a good thing, but we're doing our test drive a little later than normal. But car runs fantastic. Good response out of the 350. Nice smooth transition through the gears on the 4-speed. Nice smooth ride on the radials. Bench seats not shaking all around. Transmission's not thumping, vibrating, popping out of gear. 1971 Chevy Nova, small block, 4-speed. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. So we can see all the photos of this 71 Nova today, along with this video presentation you're watching right this very moment. At full retail price, our 71 Nova includes shipping in the lower 48 United States on an enclosed carrier. It also includes a powertrain warranty. That warranty is good on transmission, engine, rear end. Covers internal components. So if the oil pan starts leaking, it's not going to cover that. If the valve cover gaskets start leaking, it's not going to cover that. It's going to cover major mechanical breakdowns. Is the price of the car negotiable? Within reason, it certainly is. If we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty I just spoke of, that comes off. Warranty's good at full retail price only, no exceptions, so you don't have to bother asking about that. Also, shipping comes off at full retail price. We reach out to the carrier. We do the research to make sure they're properly licensed to carry your car. We pay the driver when they pick the car up. We set up the pickup. We set up the delivery. We track the transaction from start to finish. And a negotiated cost, you will handle that legwork on your own. If you're local to us here in Daytona, maybe you want to pick the car up, drive it home, you can do that. And of course, if you are coming from, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Southern Florida, you have your own trailer, you want to trailer our 71 Nova home, you can do that also. Hankster's Hot Rods is located in Central Florida, Daytona Beach. And once again, our website is hanksters.com. Check us out.